Candidate for president. I approve this message.
Paid for by Biden for president.
With TD Ameritrade, you get everything you need to become a smarter investor. Get help from knowledgeable professionals. Get customizable trading platforms. Get investor education designed just for you. And would you believe? Zero commissions on online stock and ETF trades. Get smarter with TD Ameritrade. TD Ameritrade, where smart investors get smarter.
Oh, my stomach.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
What's that?
It's Pepto-Bismol chews.
Pepto-Bismol's now in a chew?
Yeah, they taste great and provide fast relief. And now you can always have Pepto-Bismol handy.
Let me try it.
Try new Pepto-Bismol chews for fast relief. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children. Wearing a mask can reduce the chance of spreading COVID by 70%. So mask up, Michigan, and spread hope, not COVID. Learn more at michigan.gov/coronavirus. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
When big things happen in Detroit sports, you hear it first on Detroit's #1 sports station, 97.1 The Ticket, powered by Radio.com Sports and brought to you by Indeed. Find the high-impact hire your business needs at Indeed.com/high-impact. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A Radio.com sports station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by YC Sports Desk, this is 97.1 The Ticket.
The NFL making plenty of news today off the field, and none of that news is good. In New England, Stephon Gilmore, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2019, reportedly tested positive for the coronavirus last night. He becomes the third Patriots player to test positive for COVID-19 over the last 7 days. In Tennessee, 2 more players came up positive for the virus in the latest round of testing that was done last night. As a result, the Titans facility remains closed, and there's now serious talk about the league postponing Tennessee's game Sunday against the Buffalo Bills. In New Orleans, Saints officials, according to The Athletic's Jeff Duncan, are reportedly discussing a plan to relocate to Indianapolis with Hurricane Delta now bearing down on Louisiana. If that proposed plan does come to fruition, the Saints game on Monday night against the Los Angeles Chargers would also be played in Indianapolis. One more item from the NFL today. Former Lion Damon Snacks Harrison has reportedly agreed to a contract with the Seattle Seahawks. Harrison reportedly will be on Seattle's practice squad until he works himself into game shape and can join the Seahawks active roster. There are 4 games on the Major League Baseball playoff schedule today. The Yankees will take on Tampa Bay. Miami clashes with Atlanta. Houston will battle Oakland. San Diego will take on the LA Dodgers. From the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and Radio.com.
All kinds of suggestions coming in here from Evan. I can't believe Evan is so soft. He's such a spoiled brat. LOL. Stephen Romulus says, Evan, get yourself some portobello mushroom caps, grill them with olive oil, and eat them on a bun like a burger. You're welcome.
That goes against what the bet is, though.
Nick is a UPS driver in Armada. I have a proposal: change Evan's name from Station Doofus to Station Canoe.
Oh, no.
Ron, Evan needs to add raisins to the celery and peanut butter. Yum, yum. Now, I think that might work for some people. I don't think it's going to work for Evan.
Does that work for you?
I don't mind raisins. I do love. I mean, I think peanut butter and celery is great. But, I mean, peanut butter is great. Celery just a little bit healthier.
I don't know why I've got, like, some weird affliction to just raisins added to something. Like, raisin bread is great. Raisins on a bagel are great, but raisins just, instead of a little box of raisins, Sunday,
Fun fact, love raisins. I love just the raisins in those little packs. So I bought some over the weekend. And I was so pissed when I found out they were chocolate covered because I just wanted the raisins. So as a kid, I wanted to be Mickey Kettleton. And so I wanted to have a big something or other in my cheek, right? So, it would be raisins is what I would put in my cheek and I'd suck on them. Yeah, a little weird. So if I could eat raisins, I'm in. That's vegetable, right?
Raisins on the peanut butter with the celery.
No, celery is just awful, dog.
You have to eat the veggies.
Now I see why your kids don't like you, huh? Jeez. That's what it sounds like?
It may sweeten things up for you or it'd be tolerable. It's all we're saying.
That's true.
Trying to help you out. By the way, Red Wings are on the clock.
Yes.
With their pick at 51, so.
Oh my goodness. They could have gotten Kuznetsov?
Yes, Jan Kuznetsov just went to Calgary.
I had him targeted for weeks, too. I thought he was going to be a sleeper in the second.
Well, they still may be. They still got, well, actually, no. They could trade for him, I suppose. But... You're right, that's done. That trade's gone, Ev. Sorry.
Left-handed shot and everything.
All right.
Big kid, big size on Kuznetsov.
Yeah.
Yeah, after that trade the Red Wings made, they have now 3 second-round picks. They had 3 second-round. They dropped back a little bit. They still have 3 second-rounders, 2 third-rounders, and now they have 2 fourth-rounders as well.
Well, they have 2 second-rounders, though, because they already used the one. Or was that the one? No, yeah, they have 2 left.
Yeah, they had 3 second-rounders. They used 1. They have 2 more.
Yes.
2 third-rounders, 2 fourth-rounders. Basically, they picked up a fourth-rounder from going back 5-6 spots, whatever it was.
Yeah, basically,
6 spots.
the player Jan Kuznetsov for just one is basically a combination of 2 players Red Wings drafted before, Jan Golubovsky and Maxim Kuznetsov.
There you go.
Yeah, Golombowski was a big one for me back in the day.
Okay, go away. It's enough out of you.
Gator, here's another suggestion. You said baby carrots and cucumber dipped in hummus. It's so good. That's your
I do like a good hummus. I love it, actually. Or what about, like, could I mask it in the garlic sauce? Like Mediterranean places get? You know, the dip?
Yeah, well, what would you...
Anything. I could put anything in that garlic sauce.
Sure.
Hold on. Before you get out of there, what is the vegetable for tomorrow?
It's not celery. I'm going to try something. It won't be peppers either, because those are
How about
just...
cucumber?
Yeah, I'll go cucumber.
All right.
Oh, whoa!
You put a little salt on cucumber.
Dude, they got Niederbach? Unbelievable. Doug, I want to hear about Niederbach. Another Swedish kid.
Is he Swedish?
He is Swedish.
Great offensive instincts from everything I've read.
Theodor Niederbach.
Quick feet, good hands. Great, strong two-way game.
Why are you listening to me? You know more about him than I do.
Evan can read.
I can read very well. He's 5'11", 172, right-handed shot. Wow, he's a baby. Born in 2002.
Dude, some of these pictures on these kids.
I know.
Oh my God.
I was watching the draft last night, and one of the early first-round picks. I'm like, this kid looks like he's 17, and I'm like,
They're drafting children.
because he is 17 or 18. That's exactly what they are. They look so young.
So when does the Niederbach era start? Because I'm so pumped, man. I got to get his uni.
2022.
Theo Niederbach.
That's how they're going to announce him at the stadium.
All right.
Enough. Okay, there was a moment last night. Gator, you and I watched the draft, the whole thing, independently. And it was it Doug Wilson, who's the GM of San Jose Sharks?
Yes.
And in the middle of the pick, he does something with his hand.
Well, his
I
son,
didn't know what he was doing.
Doug Wilson's son, Doug Wilson Jr., was the one who made the pick.
Okay. As he's in the middle of the pick of Ozzy Weisblatt, I believe his name was, he does something with his hands, and he had just said the team's name, and I thought maybe it was like their team gang signal or something. The gang sign. Turns out he was signing the kid's name.
And
He was signing Ozzy.
And he also enunciated it very clearly and slowly into the camera, so, because of what you're about to say.
The kid's mom is deaf. And when they showed the room and their reaction, and the fact that they had made that gesture for the kid that they were drafting, whose mom can't hear, and had Doug Wilson Jr. sign the kid's name, was awesome.
It was awesome. And at the time, you didn't know. Like, they showed the reaction. Like, what did he just do with it? What's some kind of weird signal he just did? And then, okay, here's family celebrating. Great. And then I forget who it was that said, if it was Craig Button or if it was Pierre LeBrun or Bob McKenzie, one of the three. It said said, well, the reason that you saw him with the hands is because of his mother's death, and he able to see her son get drafted and be part of it. And it was really cool. I got a little emotional. It was nice. It was just a really cool thing for the Sharks to do, and just taking a really personal extra step that made it amazing. It was really nice. They had a couple of things last night. Winnipeg Jets, when they made their first selection, they turned it over to the widow of Dale Hawerchuk, one of the all-time greats. She made the selection. That was pretty cool. There was the story that former NHL player Jeff Sanderson and Mark Gregg, who were best friends and teammates when they played in Hartford years ago, well, both of their sons got drafted by Ottawa in the first round. So that's just kind of weird and cool also that, hey, their dads are best friends, now their kids are going to be on the same team together. They got drafted in the same round. It's just some cool stuff that happened in the draft.
Well, Alex Trebek from the Jeopardy stage making the pick for Ottawa, where, he said drafted in the third round the third pick overall by the Ottawa Senators, who is Tim Stutzla. It was so cool. So cool.
It was.
But I did get goosebumps at the end, man. That was a really nice touch by the San Jose Sharks.
Definitely.
All right, Gator, I got a surprise for you.
What do you mean?
Get to that at 120. It's Carson Anderson, 97.1 the ticket.
At Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union, we're for teachers. Not just teachers. If you've ever taught a lesson about anything in life, you can join MSGCU. We're for anyone who's ever taught someone how to flip a pancake, play euchre, put on makeup, or parallel park. Anyone who's taught someone how to choose the perfect outfit, find the Big Dipper, change a tire, or play the piano. Because we know that even the smallest lessons can make the biggest difference. So we're dedicated to giving all the teachers out there a better way to bank. With great rates, convenient mobile services, and terms that are as friendly as our people. So if you've ever taught a lesson and you live or work in the Lower Peninsula, a Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union membership can help you get the most out of life and your finances. It's easy to join. Stop by a local branch or visit msgcu.org and see how everything we do is about friendly money. Insured by NCUA.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to Monica Starks, who needed to hire for a pivotal role in her company, GS Group.
As the owner of a construction company, finding the right people is a very difficult task. So I use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology identifies the right people for your job and actively invites them to apply, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/hire. Monica did, and that's how she found Lamont, her new project superintendent.
The job is so perfect for me. I had a career breakthrough. I would have never found this job if it wasn't for ZipRecruiter.
With ZipRecruiter, we've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/hire. That's ZipRecruiter.com/hire. ZipRecruiter.com/hire.
With United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, there's so much to take advantage of, like $0 copays on hundreds of prescription drugs.
Wow.
Pick up at your local pharmacy or take advantage of free delivery. To learn more, visit AdvantageWow.com.
Wow.
That's AdvantageWow.com.
$0 copay may be restricted to particular tiers, preferred medications, or mail order prescriptions during the initial coverage phase and may not apply during the coverage gap catastrophic stage. Free delivery with preferred mail order pharmacies.
Wow.
It's crunchy!
Creamy!
Sweet.
Salty. Nature Valley sweet and salty peanut bars. Bursting with crunchy peanuts, dipped in creamy nut butter coating.
Delicious.
Nature Valley.
Ram Power Days is going on in Kelly at his Medlight Dodge in Lawrence. Release a brand new Ram 1500 for only $179 per month. Incredible! MedlightDodge.com. For month employee leases with $28.95 to each signing, all prepaid steady with top tier credit approval. Text the ticket now. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
Detroit Red Wings are proud to select centerman, theater Niederbach from Falunda.
Pick they just made. Got another pick coming up in a few moments. So does the Red Wings have loaded up on draft capital.
That would be a teammate of Lucas Raymond, right?
You know what? I don't think so, because is Niederbach for the junior team and Raymond with the senior team?
That could be. I was going to say both from Falunda, so.
Yeah,
My
I'm
bad.
pretty sure that the Niederbach is same organization, but they're like under 18 team. And that's the thing about Raymond, is that when they went and saw him play with the men, he didn't do quite as much. But when he's with his peers, he's a dominant player. So
Wings are back on the clock.
we'll bring that pick to you in a moment. So stick with us. In the meantime, Gator, it is Wednesday of the bye week. It's pretty much a given if there was going to be a change, it would have happened by now, right?
Yes. In terms of the Lions,
Yep.
yeah, there's no doubt that if they were going to make a change, they would have done it on Monday.
Yeah. I thought they might have done it on Tuesday, but by Wednesday, they're not going to make a change. So I'm okay with that as long as a change is in the cards. Are you okay if their approach is what my approach was after week 2, which is essentially, these guys are done, and unless they pull off the coaching equivalent of a miracle, we're going to make a change, but we don't see the upside to firing them now. Just let it play out. We're paying for them, and we'll get on the next coaching search soon, but we're just not going to start it now.
Yeah, no, I'm not okay with that. I think they need to get ahead of things and get the ball rolling in that direction. There are a couple things that have me hesitant on fully saying that, and that is the way that the players have come out and spoken. I would worry that what kind of effort you're going to get, what kind of attitude you're going to get if you make the change now from the team. It seems like when Houston made their change, J.J. Watt had some tweet with a picture of the sun coming through the stadium. It seemed like they're very happy about that change. I don't get the same sense from the Detroit Lions that there would be that sense of relief that Matt Patricia would be fired. So I'd be, I wanted it done on Monday. It didn't happen. I think that if they get beat by, any one of these teams upcoming, they could be fired. I think they're coaching for their lives right now, and I still would, fire them after the next loss, particularly if it's a bad loss. I think it's really easy to do. I don't like the idea of hanging on to these guys, and the longer they have to hang on to the guys, is the longer that ownership isn't going to come out and say anything. Right? They're not going to come out and say, well, we're going to wait to the end of the season and evaluate. There's no point in that. And they're certainly not going to say, we're not going to get Sheila Hamp up in front of the cameras and microphones saying, well, Matt Patricia has to win the next 2 games or he's fired. Because it doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way. So I want the instant gratification of knowing that they've made the decision. I want it now, and I recognize it's not going to happen now. But it could happen Monday after the Jaguars game.
Good. All right, Gator, the pick is in. And with the 55th pick of the NHL draft, the Detroit Red Wings select Cross Hannes. Cross Hannes, a left wing from Highland Village, Texas. You don't see a lot of Cross.
No, played in the Western. You do not. Played with Portland in the Western Hockey League. He played 60 games last year, had 22 goals and 49 points. 6 feet, 167 pounds. Young fellow, another one of those guys looks like they could eat a sandwich, but again, they're 18 years old.
I saw a picture of a kid. I think it was Brock Faber. Might have been when he was drafted, which I ran out and looked up at the screen, and they had a picture. I think it was Brock Faber. I'm going to see. I'm doing a quick Google search here. Who is a child, an absolute child.
He's a child.
Of all the draftees I saw, Brock Faber looked the youngest. Yep. Glasses. He looks like my youngest son. Who's 13? All right, Gator. Said we got a surprise for you.
I like surprises.
It's time for for another edition of Are You Gonna Eat That?
Oh. Hi, this is Gator.
Are you gonna eat?
I don't mess around when it comes to my food, fries, your burgers, your chicken.
Are you gonna eat?
And you all know that I enjoy beer. It's just awesome.
Are you gonna eat?
I went to Belvedere crackers for breakfast. I'm hungry. It's like a substance, probably better right now.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Sandwich.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah. What do you got?
Okay. I got 4 things today. Are you familiar with the Fruity Pebbles?
Oh, I'm familiar with the Fruity Pebbles.
Well, they are coming out with a Fruity Pebbles candy bar.
Okay.
There was just a picture of the bar. It's not clear if the bar is white chocolate or like a white marshmallow, but it is a chocolate bar or a candy bar with Fruity Pebbles pieces mixed in. Gator, are you gonna eat that?
Yeah, there's no hesitation on that. Fruity Pebbles are, it's something I reward myself with like every couple of years. I'll get a box of Fruity Pebbles. And it does not last long. You struggle not to knock down the whole box in one sitting. They're so good. I love Fruity Pebbles. It's a problem, and it's a problem I recognize. Thus, once every couple of years. I've never made Rice Krispie treats. Rice Krispie treats are great just by themselves. I don't think you need to go wild for crazy flavors, but I've always been curious about what if you used Fruity Pebbles in the Rice Krispie treat. And so yeah, I'm excited about this. Actually.
Okay, fair enough.
You?
Coca-Cola is releasing something that they did last year. They describe it as Christmas in a can. It is cinnamon flavored Coca-Cola. Gator cinnamon flavored Coke. Are you gonna eat that?
Yeah, I would drink that. I think they've come out with this before. Something tells me that I've had this before. But I would have no problem with that. I like Coca-Cola products, and I'd try the cinnamon. I'd prefer if it was a Coke Zero product. Try to avoid the sugar, but yeah, cinnamon sounds good.
Okay, this one's intriguing to me. This one is available at Kentucky Fried Chicken in Australia. Now, when I was in Australia, I can tell you Kentucky Fried Chicken was wildly popular.
Was this an extra crispy wallaby?
But they have introduced something that's called the slab.
Okay.
The slab is freshly baked 6 dinner rolls baked together. They slice it in half, like lengthwise, like 2 sandwich buns on top and a bottom.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Then they put popcorn chicken on it,
Okay.
cheese, and barbecue sauce. Put it between the 6 dinner rolls that are sliced in half as a giant sandwich of popcorn chicken, cheese, and barbecue sauce. At KFC in Australia, it's called the slab. Gator, would you eat the slab?
Good day indeed. Absolutely. Crikey, I would love that. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, I all about it, yes. Absolutely. You'd feel awful after you ate it, I imagine. You're a little gluttonous there to go with that. But yeah, you get fresh baked bread, first of all. Hello, I'm on board. Popcorn chicken, sure. Little chicken bits, sounds delicious. Cheese, and barbecue sauce is a little lubricant for it, sure. It all works. Yeah. I would you eat that?
Yes, please.
Would you eat the Fruity Pebbles?
No, I hate Fruity Pebbles. Did not like them as a kid, do not like them as an adult. I agree. Coke Zero product, I find regular pop to be too sugar.
Yeah.
All right, final thing here for you.
Yeah.
Eggo. Lego My Eggo?
Yep.
They're coming out with a gingerbread cookie pancake.
Yes. Yes.
It is a gingerbread cookie pancake dough infused with ginger, spice, cloves, nutmeg, and cinnamon.
Yes. Is this available now? Is this be available?
I love gingerbread cookies.
12 months a year.
Yeah. Gingerbread is an outstanding, underrated flavor, if you ask me.
Yeah, my favorite cookie is, well, I've got a couple favorite cookies, but ginger snaps are one of my favorites. Gingerbread cookies are fantastic. Waffles, pancakes, French toast. I love breakfast food, so that'd be fantastic. I have a problem with the Eggo product as well, like the Fruity Pebbles. I kind of limit myself because, 4 waffles leads to 8. Leads to the whole pack, and you're in trouble. It's a vessel for maple syrup, which is all types of trouble. Yeah, I would go after the show and pick this up.
There you go.
I
would probably have the cookie dough pancakes, yes.
Is Gatorade COVID? No, we had a whole thing of Eggo gingerbread. He's out for a while. Yeah, that sounds delicious.
But my favorite out of this is the slab by far. There it is. Another edition of Are You Gonna Eat That? All right, Al Avila said something earlier this week. Do you agree or disagree? Thumbs up or thumbs down? And I think it was a little misrepresented in the headlines. We will get to that at 1:33. It's Carson Anderson, 97.1 The Ticket.
Well, you heard us talking earlier about this guy that's got this big parlay bet that's it's really to be determined if he's going to win it because you have to wait to see on the Super Bowl bet, but he's got the first 3 parts of it. That's kind of cool. That's a lot of fun with the sports gambling when you work the parlay bet. That means you throw a couple games together, several games together. In this case, it was 4, and you get odds on those games. If you win all of them, then your payout is bigger. That's fun. That's sports gambling. And that's what you can do at the BetMGM Sports Lounge inside the MGM Grand Detroit. Right now, they're ready to take your real money wagers on all the action, so you can stop by the betting window anytime or one of the easy-to-use self-service kiosks. Those are great, too. Look, there's lots of sports to bet on right now. We got baseball playoffs are happening, college pro football all weekend long, NBA finals. Well, I mean, put your money where your mouth is if you think the Heat's going to be able to come back and win Game 5, or if in fact the Lakers are just going to take care of it. The BetMGM Sports Lounge, they welcome fans back to all the excitement of a full betting menu 7 days a week. Doesn't matter if you live and breathe sports like we do because it's our job, or maybe you're just looking to place a wager on your favorite team, or you just want to have some fun. The BetMGM Sports Lounge at MGM Grand Detroit, ready to take your single game bets along with parlays, props, and more. And there's no better place in Michigan to celebrate the return of major sports. There's no need to go to Vegas. You can stay right here, go downtown, and stop by the betting window or a self-service kiosk anytime to get a piece of the action and get ready to believe in your game again at the BetMGM Sports Lounge at MGM Grand Detroit. But you must be 21 or older.
Start 2020 with the goal of buying or selling a home? Hi, I'm Mark Z with eXp Realty. While the current situation has halted many things in your life, achieving that goal does not have to be one of them. The real estate market here in Metro Detroit is on fire. If you're looking to get your home sold, call me, Mark Z, today and start packing.
A car is more than 4 wheels and some seats. It helps take you where you want to go. So does Community Financial Credit Union. Car loans are quick and easy at Community Financial. Apply online or visit a local branch. Pre-approval is free and there's no application fee. Their rates are typically lower than your local bank, which saves you money. Visit cfcu.org to get started. Community Financial Credit Union. Right here, right for you.
Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
So you're a small business, or a big one. You were thriving, but then, you encountered an obstacle. So how do you bounce back? You don't. You bounce forward. Time to think, plan, pivot. With Comcast Business and powerful connectivity, get serious internet that lets you go bigger. All powered by the nation's largest gig speed network. So you can do more searching, more sharing, more shipping. Which means you've got more time for planning, for making, for running the show. That sounds great if everyone's in the office. But what if no one's in the office? Bring the office to them. From bandwidth at HQ to bandwidth at home. But is your network secure? Of course it's secure. It helps protect connected devices. But how do you do this? You don't do this. We do this together. Be fast. Be flexible. Be ready for what's next. And bounce forward with Comcast Business. Go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more.
This year it's going virtual, and you are the judge. Join in on the action throughout October by watching on Twin Peaks Facebook and Instagram to cast your vote on who you think should be Miss Twin Peaks 2020. Enjoy new cocktails and specials on Bud Light Seltzer, Don Julio Blackberry Margarita, and Red Bull and Tito's Handmade Vodka. This is Joe. Joe thinks he's seen it all.
I've seen it all. Gold-encrusted pork chop? Seen it. Cat with a dog tattoo? Seen it.
But when it comes to identity theft, Joe only monitors his credit and bank statements.
Credit fraud? Seen it.
He doesn't realize that with so much of his personal info out there, his identity could be at risk in ways he might never know about, like a new loan in his name or his personal info for sale on the dark web.
Whoa, didn't see that coming.
LifeLock helps detect and alerts you to a wide range of identity threats. If there's a problem, a dedicated U.S.-based specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock sees threats you could miss on your own.
Oh, now I see what you mean.
Right now, save up to 25% off your first year with promo code AWARE at LifeLock.com.
Did you just say 25% off with promo code AWARE?
I did.
Okay, now I've seen everything.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Papuro of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
The Detroit Red Wings select from the Portland Winterhawks, Cross Hannes. Chris Draper with the most recent pick moments ago. As we continue through the second round, Red Wings have already made one trade today. They got the first and third pick of the third round, and then they got 2 picks in the fourth round. So they're loading up with draft capital. Hopefully this will be one of those drafts that we look back in years from now and say, wow, look at that one. Can you believe they got Niederbach and Cross Hannes in the second round, Gator?
It's hard to believe. It's hard to even conceive it.
That's what we're hoping for. But third round, first pick and third pick of the third round coming up a little bit later on today for the Detroit Red Wings. 248-539-9797. All right, so I saw the headlines over the weekend. Al Avila, Tigers considering Hinch and Cora. And I'm like, okay, AJ Hinch, former Astros manager, and Alex Cora, former Red Sox manager, both involved in various schemes to illegally steal signs, and both have lost their jobs in the wake of that. And I was irritated by that. I wasn't happy about it. I think all of their accomplishments have to be called into question. And I think the resume would look great, but they wouldn't be available if it weren't for the cheating, because they would still be managing where they were. And then I went back and I watched a replay of the Zoom call, and I thought the headline was misleading. When Avila spoke, he was asked about them specifically, and basically what he said was that they didn't rule them out.
Mm-hmm.
He said, we haven't eliminated anybody. Wasn't exactly saying that they were leaning towards them or looking at them. He just said, we haven't eliminated anybody. And then he said, well, wait a second. It won't be a guy that has just been a player. Like, we want somebody with some sort of managerial experience. We're not going to go grab somebody who has recently been a player, and that's the bulk of their resume.
Right, that had no managerial experience or coaching experience. And he says, and then he waffled on that a little bit and said, I don't think it'd be hard for them to consider that. But so you don't think it spells out that these guys are in consideration?
No. Well, no. I think all he said was, we haven't ruled out anybody. And I thought the headlines, at least what I saw, was on the crawl over the weekend, saying Tigers would consider AJ Hinch and Alex Cora. And I'm like, oh, God. And then when I heard him say it, he basically said, yeah, we haven't ruled anybody out. I interpreted when I first saw the words on the crawl that these guys were candidates. And when I heard what he actually said, I became less concerned that they were actually under consideration.
I'm glad to hear that they're under consideration because, frankly, I think AJ Hinch is the hire. I think he needs to be the hire. I understand that there is the concern about the cheating, but I just look what he did with that team prior to the cheating. And he worked with young players. He turned them around. And I don't know what happened in Houston, who was involved with the cheating, who got it started, how involved he was. But he's the manager, and he's the guy that got called to the carpet, and the players were left to go scot-free in that whole situation. I can't ignore what his record is. His record is fantastic. Even before the 300-win seasons, if you want to call those into question, I get it. But to turn a team that was well below 500, and then the first year he's there, they're above 500. The second year, there's improvement as well, winning in the 80s, and then to go 3 straight 100-win seasons, I like it. And I'm not ignoring that there's some more digging to do, but the fact that he can work with younger players is huge because this is a young team that the Tigers have.
Well, I agree he can work with young players. I agree he did work with young players. What I don't know is if he really had anything to do with it being turned around. I think all of their successes and failures are and specifically their successes, I question them. I question what was AJ Hinch and what was a buzzer under the shirt? What was a banging of a garbage can? What was a 50-point difference in home and road batting averages? What was, how much of that, quote, turning it around or improvements that they made brought